Could you tell me your name, please?
I'm Phil Robbins. I'm an artist, but I also do quite a lot of voluntary support of families who just need the support of someone who's experienced it all, who's actually been involved with social care and health and education.
Has your voice been effective in making complaints or compliments?
Well, I hope so, because I've been well trained by my son to be part of his voice. And yeah, I think the most powerful thing is finding the right people to talk to, the people that one can actually have a conversation with rather than compliment or complain. Except the most important thing is people who work with people, so support staff, the people who actually do the work, they're the people who really need to hear compliments and, that was great, or not feedback. The word feedback gets people running, but things where I can demonstrate what works. But in terms of voice, so like working within the Learning Disability Partnership Board as a rep, co-producing, that's been amazing, because that actually has meant that it's not just my voice being heard, but people allowing me to be heard and listening, but also hearing fully what's coming from the other side, rather than just being told, this is our decision. And there is a problem with complaints, making complaints. The resistance, as soon as you're in complaint mode, and people can tell, it's like, I can just put it, it's like an energy you feel because someone sent a really rubbish email which has no care in it, no compassion, just technical, you need to do this or you must do that. And so immediately as a parent, and it's about your child, you're on alert and your system is triggered, or my system's triggered. And so the complaint has to come from a place which is strong and calm and just stands there, mostly. The facts and the truth and the duties. The law is great. The vision for people is really strong. The rule is very easy to follow. And when people don't, one could get angry quite quickly. Here comes a compliment sandwich. So there'll be a nice thing, then there'll be the bit that they want changed, and then there'll be a nice thing at the end. I think that's a really neat technique, actually, to actually state this is a compliment sandwich, but please take notice of what needs to change.
If you have a compliment, are you confident that it will be fed back to the people who maybe did something really good?
So the both is make sure that you talk to the person that you really want to thank for the good work they've done. And it may be just a moment, it's like a magic moment. Like with my son, when someone does something and you just see his smile, it's just momentary, or it might last a long time, but it's just that, making sure that one compliments the right person to their face is really important. And then because we know that everything has to be written down and verified and evidenced, it's really important to do that bit too, so that not only does the person hear it, but their manager hears it, and that the whole organisation gets that sense of, wow, this is really, really important work. And I don't think, I couldn't overemphasise how important this work is, how magical really working positively and supportively with people. There's nothing else that gets anywhere near it. In all the sort of different works I've done, it's that. And it's both the person, so it's like my son having a great time, and then the people around him learning what it is to be generous, compassionate, caring, kind, And their worlds expand, and they will come back and they will actually say that working with people has actually changed their lives. It becomes a whole of living. So it's teaching us about how to be with each other and how, in every way. So how to be honest and say, no, that really hurts, and how to be honest and say, that was amazing. And it's like an energy that's released. Well, it's like the energy in the room at Suffolk People First, which is like a buzz.
Do the sort of complaints complement systems? Are they fit for purpose, do you think?
It's really weird, isn't it? Because it's the systems that trip us up, generally. You do get some people who don't get it, but often they don't get it because the system says one thing and it covers most possibilities, but it doesn't cover the reality that one's facing. And somehow then the people in the system, working the system, don't have the flexibility to step outside and say, oh, look, this person may not be eligible, but actually really needs something, so let's just do that, whatever the system says. So and I think that's true, certainly in health. We've come across it a lot. It's particular, people I see, the system around supporting young, bright, low support needs autistic people who transition into high school and then don't get the support they need because academically they're great, but actually they're masking and the system doesn't support them. And that can be hell, and that isn't right. But yeah, changing the system's very slow. But if you can get to the people and make it so that the system's not working, but we know what we need to do, then perhaps that's a route through. But that's quite hard.